creative look back at the year that was. Our most tenured reporter, Mike Armstrong, walks us through 2025 from A to Z.
365 days of news broken down alphabetically. We're going to start with A is for artificial intelligence. And not just ChatGPT, but also those creepy music generators.
The sort of thing that enables me with zero musical talent of any kind to give you parts of this list as a song. But here goes the rest of the list.
B is for bourbon. Pulled off a lot of shelves in Canada thanks to tariffs and talk like this.
I do like the O Canada, right? It's a beautiful thing. I think we're going to have to keep it for the 51st date. I intend to resign.
C is for comeback. Not many predicted the Liberals could win, considering where they started the year. C could have been for collapse. D is for Derby Line, the library that straddles the Quebec-Vermont border. Not a problem, apparently, until this year.
What the United States is doing is inappropriate and wrong.
E is for Expos, the team I thought of over and over during the Jays playoff run. Sorry.
Football unites the world.
F is for FIFA Peace Prize. I wonder if it'll ever be awarded again.
Excellent.
Right off the hop.
G is for gold. The Four Nations tournament was much better than expected, and winning was nice. The gold in the upcoming Olympics in Italy is necessary.
The thieves dressed as construction workers.
H is for heist. The Louvre thieves seem to have gone with the keep it simple rule of robbery and keep it expensive.
It'd be nice to find a few diamonds that they may have missed or dropped on the way out.
I is for Iran. Accustomed to fighting through proxies, it went after Israel directly in April. It was hit hard in response. J is for judge. There was a controversial verdict in July in the Hockey Canada sexual assault trial. A 91-page decision is hard to read.
Video appeared to capture a suspect running on a nearby roof.
K is for Charlie Kirk, a culture war commentator killed in the middle of a conversation.
Nothing I say can unite us as a country.
L is for LA fires. 25 people were killed, 12,000 structures damaged or destroyed, and 40,000 acres burned.
Look at it shooting up the trees, Mark.
M is for massive, as in the area burned this summer in this country. 2025 was the second worst fire season in history and showed 2023 wasn't a fluke.
Is it really summer if we're not being traumatized by smoke?
Now, N is for Netherlands. I got to cover the 80th anniversary of the liberation this year. Walked away again, proud to be Canadian, and very happy with how our veterans were honored. What's this like?
Overwhelming, really. Absolutely wonderful. Beautiful. I never experienced anything like it before in my life.
O is for Alexiak, a 2-year ban, and I still don't understand how it happened. P is for Pope. The Vatican got one who's a Chicago White Sox fan.
Signed by Pope Leo XIV.
Didn't see that coming. Q is for Quasi. Indigenous groups getting artifacts back from the Vatican wasn't quite justice, and it wasn't quite closure. R is for rebuild. That's the word I think of right now when it comes to Gaza. There is so much work to do.
This is not right. Something happened.
S is for SpaceX. There were a couple of big explosions.
Oh, looks like we're getting our next crew member here.
But the company also helped bring a couple of stranded astronauts back to Earth.
If you didn't have our military equipment.
T is for tumultuous. For an Oval Office meeting in February that fell apart in front of our eyes.
You're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
U is for Ukraine, a country still defending itself in a war Russia was supposed to win in a week.
What if I were to tell you that I'm not even a human being?
V is for video.
This is unbelievable, lad.
Be careful what you share, because basically anything you see might be fake.
Oh, this is just paradise.
I'm a mission specialist.
W is for waiting. Imagine being Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen. He's headed to the moon early in 2026. The mission's being delayed over and over. and yet somehow he never complains.
When you meet people constantly who would love to have your job, there couldn't be any sympathy for having to wait a few extra years to fly space. I mean, I get to go to space.
We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about.
X is for exhausting, as in the pace of news out of the U.S.
Well, Donna, we understand from the Pentagon.
Shout out to our D.C. bureau. They work darn hard keeping up.
We need Greenland for national security and even international security.
Y is for, no. I'm not sure the Canadian Premier League final had to be played in these conditions.
Good opportunity for Wyshynski. Just catches more snow than anything else. And he simply got them intimidated.
And finally, Z is for Zen, which is how we usually think of the late Ken Dryden in Nat.
He did something so special.
But my favorite story of the year was about something he did off the ice.
Hello.
Called to a dying fan, a story we agreed not to tell while Dryden was alive.
Holy cow.
But we let the fan's son tell it after.
He probably did thousands of things like this for countless different people, and we'll just never know.
It was one of those things that reminds you of how important small gestures can be, and it was a nice lesson to take from 2025. Happy New Year.